So we go to our rank and we are in the top 200. Alrighty guys, as you hear, bringing us another Dragon Ball Legends TOP walkthrough part 2 for season 17 of TOP. So the last time we saw each other for a TOP video, we went ahead and ended it off on this this battle right here, the very first boss battle. We have 14 TP, so you guys are going to have a little bit extra. We have a day left in the season, so hopefully we can go ahead and get through this while being in the top 25%. That is the main goal right here. Let's go ahead and check on how all of our teammates, our units, or how healthy they are. As of right now, I think we're actually looking decently here. I upgraded some of my friendship rank. Keep in mind, you want your friendship rank up, right? The one that I prioritized here is Omega Shenron. I have him at friendship rank 8. He's actually like just a couple little blocks off of, literally one block off of rank 9, right? So he's almost there to the cap right there. As always, I do feel like you guys should be getting the friendship rank up, all of them, right? You can see right here, I'm running some friendship rank 1, or even 2s right here, and that's not the move. You guys want everyone at rank 10 if you want to go ahead and fully optimize your team. Obviously, I don't have it optimized, and I'm still doing decently, so it can still work, but I also have a good amount of stars across all of my units. So those are very, very important factors in this, right? So let's go ahead and get into the run. Alright, so the first battle that we're going to be getting into is this one, the Z66. It is a 5-fist stage. It's one of those awful stages where we have the Super Saiyan Gohan, Goten, and then the Kaioken Goku, right? So let's go ahead and go into the layout bonus before we actually go ahead and do our formation right here. Honestly, I think all of this is good. I think I'm going to go ahead and just leave it like this. This is more than fine when we were going to be getting all of our buffs. Keep in mind, one of the little tricks, one of the tips and tricks right here is to avoid this top space, right? Because this is where the enemy does like to place debuffs right here. Or so I've been told, right? I don't know if I have exact confirmation on that. Let me know in the comments down below if that is just straight out wrong or not. But that is what I have been told, so I do like to kind of avoid this top space right here. All right, so first of all, I know my greens are going to attack first. Let's try to kill this guy first. He's going to take all the aggro anyways, and then we have to go for Goten. Then we have to go for you. I know my greens are going to attack first, and then my yellows, and then we can get you out of the way. Let's go ahead and see how this turns out for us. Alright, so coming out of the fight, we were actually successfully able to evade any super attacks right here. I think the biggest thing to keep in mind, one of the biggest things that helped us out right there in this case and scenario was the fact that we did have this Vegeta on one of the key restore tiles, right, on the layout bonus. Once again, you guys want to pay attention to that layout bonus. I was able to attack a lot earlier than his units, and we were able to go ahead and get Goten out of there before he even hit his super attack off. Everything's looking great right here. Alright, for the next fight that we're going to be taking on is this one directly above it. This 5-fist stage, this is going to give me a win streak bonus, right? Because we're on win number 14. As you can see right here, this is going to be 15. These are the important ones. You want to go for the more difficult stages on these levels, but we do have boot tanks right here. So before we talk about the attack order, layout bonus is pretty straightforward. I'm going to go ahead and swap out Omega Shenron because he does have 3 blues on that team right there, right? So we're going to go ahead and opt in for Ice. We got to be extremely careful here because if Ice gets hit a lot, he's probably going to die right here. He's only at, well, he's at 45% HP, but for my experience, he is very squishy, especially if he doesn't like mitigate that damage early on. So we're going to go ahead and do it like this. And also too, he doesn't have any yellows on the team, so there's no point in me bringing a red. All right, so first we'll go ahead and take out boot tanks, and then we will, because our yellows are going to be attacking towards the end, right? We'll take out one of these purple units, then we'll go for Videl, and then we'll go for you, and then we'll go like this. I think this will work out perfectly, right? We're going to get a good mixture. I want to take out the Videl as the 3rd unit, just because I do have 2 yellows, so we want to take her out a little bit early on. That way she can't inflict too much damage onto them, right? Let's go ahead and see what we can do. Alright, so coming out of that fight right there, it went beautifully. We got 2.9 million points off of just that one fight alone. We actually got a little bit of health for our Ice Shenron right there. That fight couldn't have gone any better, right? This is one of those things where it's like very, very important to have high key restore. Thank God Super 17 and Baby Vegeta both have extremely high key restore. Keep in mind too, Baby Vegeta is only at friendship level 1, right? So this is literally the tip of the iceberg right here. Right, so once again, I always talk about the friendship rank, but it is that important. I was able to get 3 attacks off on that boot tanks before he even got to attack at all. And even if he did, my Super Saiyan 3 Kid Goku inflicted him with can't attack once again. So that's actually pretty pog. Let's go ahead and move on to the next fight. Alright, so the next fight we're going to be taking on is the one, once again, directly above, trying to get as much points as I possibly can right here. We're going to do this 5-fist stage. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the layout bonus first. Once again, this top row, it actually has some good bonuses. It has a damage inflicted up. It also has a blast damage inflicted up. And I'm kind of tempted to just move everyone up here, but I am scared of the debuffs. But you know, like I said, it's something that I don't necessarily have confirmed, so we'll go ahead and just do it just because we can, and it's just going to benefit us over. Or actually, no, I'm going to keep Majub down here. I'm going to go ahead and just keep this because in this position, Majub is going to be able to turn his ultimate into a super attack, and I'm still going to be able to buff these two up, which is going to make up for the lost damage on those two glowy blocks up there, right? But this is still fine for me. If you guys want to take advantage of those blocks, go ahead, especially if you don't have the super gauge charged up with Oob, that's more than fine. All right, as for formation though, as always, I know my two greens are going to attack first, so Vegeta Blue is going to go down pretty easily. My yellows attack towards the end of the turn, so we'll go ahead and take out this guy. Greens are going to attack again. We'll take out this guy. You know what? Let's go ahead and take out all the greens right there, and then go for this guy, and then this. I think this should be fine. We're attacking the red a little bit late, so hopefully this base form Gogeta doesn't do too much damage to my yellows. Alright, so the only thing that I would say coming out of that fight is that base form Gogeta, he did attack my Oob twice, right? Both attacks that he did get off were on the Majub, and you know, it doesn't even really feel like it. I mean, look, he's still very, very healthy. The amount of damage that he didn't even really feel like a lot, so I probably would still do that again. Same formation, same layout, and everything. That worked out perfectly. We were almost about to get our ultimate off with Super 17, and we were coming up on our blues with the Super Saiyan Vegeta as well. Majub is kind of getting there. Majub getting the ultimate right there was actually really, really clutch though. Alright, so for the next fight that we are going to be taking is this difficult stage right here to our left, the Z80. It's going to be against the Sagas from the movies. He does have the Blue Gohan Goten combo, as well as the healer that comes with Birdku, right? If you guys don't want to do this stage, just go ahead and do this one. This is going to be a very easy stage. There's a lot of extremes, right? Extremes don't really hit that hard. They have a low-key restore speed. This will be easy to go ahead and knock out. The reason why I'm going to go ahead and do this is because if we look at the layout bonus, there is an upgradable space right here, right, where we can see 17 is going to benefit. I know I don't like using this top space, but this is going to turn his super attack into an ultimate. So 100% we're going to go ahead and take advantage of that. We'll start moving these guys up here a little bit. I want to buff him as much as possible, right? That way we can go ahead and get as much damage as we possibly can from him. This guy is a strike unit, so we'll go ahead and do this. Right, so this is the layout we're going to use. We're going to swap it up just a little bit right here. We moved everyone up a little bit, and we put Super 17, the most important one. This is why I'm going to take on this stage in the first place, is because he's about to get this ultimate attack off, right? So hopefully, I'm just praying that we're going to be able to kill the Gohan super quickly and just start focusing the Goten down, and you know, things could go just absolutely perfect right there. And we'll go ahead and swap these guys, or no, not those guys, these guys right here. That way this kid Goku can get this extra buff right from being on the strike panel right there, where Mega Shunno is also getting the buff on the strike panel. And for this one, obviously we have to still keep going for Gohan and then Goten, and hopefully not get hit by the super attack. Then we'll go for the healer right here, and then we'll go for the blue unit because hopefully my greens will be back in rotation. Then we'll get this guy out of the way, and then this guy. I think that will be Chef's Kiss. Hopefully this works out perfectly. So coming out of that fight right there, that was actually still very scary. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, our units still look very good, right? Overall, our units still look very good. 1.7 million points off of that, but we did take a lot of damage. It had to go all the way down to 4th turn. We almost had to use the rush right there. I think the biggest takeaway from that fight is that if you can't confidently take out that Goten, you might want to consider doing the fight next to this, doing that EX fight, right? Because, dude, honestly, me being able to get that ultimate off with Super 17 was a night and day difference for us. Also, another thing I wanted to point out is that my Omega Shinron was finally able to attack before Goten attacked, right? That is due to the friendship rank increase that I've been constantly doing on him, right? That was absolutely massive, and it was an integral part of this run. If I had him at 10 from the jump, this run would have been a whole lot easier. For the next fight we're going to be doing is probably going to be this 3/5 stage. It's going to be a lot less points for us overall, but we won't be taking as much damage, right? Because the other option right here is this one. And, you know, you have the Goten on there. You have the Super Saiyan Gohan. You have Kaio Goku. You have Revival Gohan. You also have this Goku who has, he gets like 50% to his blue card rate, I do believe, right? So it's like, I do not want to go against this. I mean, you guys can, if you guys have blue cards saved up and you were specifically saving it for this moment, for a big fight like this, go ahead and go for it, I would say. But this is probably one of the more difficult fights on the board overall, right? Going against two units that have a blue card, a unit that takes aggro for that entire first turn, and a unit that has the revival mechanic, and it probably will go on for a long time. And I'm not too confident that I'm going to be able to get through all of these guys and just mitigate all the damage as well, right? So we'll go for the 3/5 stage. Alright, so we're going back to our OG layout right here. We're going to be doing this setup. Baby Vegeta right there at the bottom middle slot is actually really good for us. We might be able to get this ultimate, or this blue card off with the Super Saiyan Gogeta because he is in, or Super Saiyan Vegeta, my bad. He is one of these slots where you have an increased charge rate on those blue cards, right? So let's go ahead and talk about the attack order. Alright, so I know my greens are going to attack first, so Master Roshi is an easy pick right here. And then we'll go for this guy because he is going to be able to get a blue card off that turn 3. We don't want that to happen. And then it's probably going to rotate back to my greens. We'll go after him. And then we'll, or actually, we might go after the launch right here. That way we can get the red unit out of the way. And then we'll go after her. And then we'll do this right here. I think this will be perfect in terms of my formation right here, right? Your mileage may vary. All right, so coming out of that fight right there, definitely one of the easier. It was only a 3/5 stage, right? So I expected it to be extremely easy. The only thing that sucks out of it, the only loss that, or L that we take from that, is that Majub did use his blue card, which sucks because I wanted to go ahead and save that for one of the harder fights. But it's okay because we're coming up on 3 other blue cards right here, right? So we should be okay. All right, so now you have 2 options. If you're at this point in time, you can either go right here and do this regeneration stage, and then go up to get your 20th win streak bonus on this stage where you're still going to have the blue Gohan Goten combo once again, right? Very fun. They're all over the map. Or you can go through this route, which is what I'm going to take. I'm going to go ahead and go for this 4/5 stage, right? Definitely, once again, we're going to take a loss in points right here, and we're still going to go against that Gohan stage, but at the very least, it is 4 stars, so they won't be hitting as hard, hopefully, right? And then we'll go for this easier stage, this easier 5/5 stage for our 20th win streak bonus, hopefully not taking too much damage, and we'll be able to get through it pretty easily. The only ones that I have to worry about right here is this DBS Frieza and this Bojack, and more so the Bojack, right? The DBS Frieza is just annoying on that very first turn where he flicks you with can't attack, so we'll see what we can go ahead and do about that. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and focus on this stage right here. Alright, so I'm going to let you guys know right now, having this key restore space right here, where Omega's on, is going to be absolutely massive. This is going to stop Goten from attacking me, right? So we'll go ahead and, well, not stop him from attacking me, but we're going to be able to get in there before he gets his super attack off and hopefully just kill him right off the bat. Once again, we do have these blue cards in hand ready to go, so hopefully we don't take any supers right here. Hopefully we don't take as much damage. The only thing that I'm really worried about is how long the match is going to go, or the fight is going to go on, because he has that revival Gohan. Alright, so first off, we are going to be targeting the blue Gohan, and then Goten, right, of course, it's always those 2 for me. And then I'm going to go for this guy as well, right, because he does generate that blue card afterwards. And then we will go for this green unit, this purple unit, and then finally we'll go after the revival Gohan, because I don't want him to pop his revive and make him do some more damage, right? We'll go ahead and do it like this. Alright, so coming out of that one, we did take, we took a little bit of damage right here. I think, at this point in time, Super Saiyan 3 Kid Goku is starting to take the most damage out of everyone on my team. He's taking a lot of the aggression from the enemy side of things. But I did what I wanted to do, wherein I was able to evade the Super Saiyan Goten's super attack. Right, or not necessarily evaded, but I was able to go ahead and kill him before he got it off. The one thing that we are going to have to take an L on is the fact that Super 17 uses ultimate, and it did go to round 4, which does suck, but 1.6 million points off of that is not bad at all. We'll 100% take that. Alright, so for the next fight we're going to be doing is this one to the right here, this 5/5 stage for a 20 win streak bonus. There's not a whole lot for us in the layout bonus, so we're not really going to be talking about that, right? There's only an upgrade special move and a special move gauge charge rate up. If you guys do have an upgradable special move, maybe you might consider moving one of your characters right there, but for me, I'm going to go ahead and just stick like this. When it comes to attack order, I have to attack Bojack first, right? Bojack is going to be first priority, right, because he is going to be able to get a special move at that start of the second turn. The purple Bojack basically gets it at the end of the second turn, so he's going to definitely be the next one. And then I want to take out this blue Broly, because he can be an issue for Omega Shenron. And then after him, we can go ahead and start focusing this guy down, right? And then we'll go for him and then him. I think this will be perfect right here. Alright, so coming out of that one was a little bit rough. Not even gonna lie to you guys, but 3.9 million points will take that. Majub took a ton of damage, so part of me is maybe thinking maybe I should have swapped out Majub for Ice Shenron right there. Maybe you guys want to consider that as well, just bringing in double up on the blues right there, because he had the Bojack and he had the red Frieza, and there was one turn where both of them targeted Majub, which is really a low blow right there, so that kind of sucks. Either way, he's still at 50% HP. Maybe we can go ahead and build him up. We're very close to finishing this off. Alright, so for battle number 21, we're going to be going directly above us for this 4/5 stage, and as you can tell right here, there's already the Frieza, right? That full power Frieza. I talk about him a lot in my TOP guide videos. You want to avoid using blast cards against this guy because he will get a guaranteed blue card because of that. So let's go immediately into the layout bonus. And you can see right here, this formation is fine with me. The only thing that really sucks here is that there's a lot of blast bonus tiles right here, right? Where Super 17 and Majima both are, you get a blast damage up buff, which is terrible, right? Because I swapped everyone to strike cards, right? Everyone is going to be using a strike card right here. And the way to do that, just in case you guys forgot, is you tap on them, you click on the little strike icon, and you can choose your attack strategy right here. So everyone is equipped strike cards purely because of the fact I don't want to give this guy a blue card at all. Now, looking at the layout bonus right here, in case this can slide under the radar sometimes. I don't, you know, it's happened to me before. But sometimes I forget that the Super Saiyan Kaioken Goku actually gets a guaranteed blue card. I believe it is on the 3rd turn. So we're going to go ahead and attack him first, get him out of the way. Then after that, I think I want to go for him. Go for this yellow Frieza just because our Omega Shenron should be attacking shortly after that. And then our greens will be back in rotation. We'll go ahead and get this guy out of the way. And then we'll get this guy, and then this guy, and then this guy. I think this will be absolutely beautiful. Hopefully we don't take too much damage. Okay, so I'm going to be real honest. We took a lot of damage there. Majima got to heal up a little bit, though. I think that's a plus. But Kid Goku is definitely on the lower end side of things right here, right? He's taking so much damage, and I'm scared I'm not going to be able to have him for my very last fight. And I definitely want to keep him right there. But other than that, I think this was an easy fight. Make sure you guys do switch your strategy back to their optimized cards, right? I need to go ahead and swap my Vegeta, my Majima, my Super 17, and my Baby Vegeta all back to blast cards right now. Alright, so we're only 4 fights away from the end, so I'm going to go ahead and just risk it for the biscuit. I'm going to go ahead and do as much, or try to get as much points as I possibly can. So we're going to go for this 5-5 stage. It's going to be very rough. I probably would suggest avoiding this team. Maybe wait until I actually get through this fight and tell you guys basically my final thoughts on this fight right here on Z107, because this is going to be very rough. Let's go ahead and talk about the layout bonus. I made sure, like I said before, I swapped all the characters that I had over to Blast. I'm going to go ahead and do it like this, have Kid Goku get that extra strike damage. Hopefully he does not die here, because if he dies, it's going to be really rough. The only confidence that I have in this run, or in this fight, is that this guy is 99% to his blue card, so he is going to be getting his blue card off, and hopefully we can get in there before Goten starts his super attack shenanigans. Alright, so attack order, Gohan, of course, Goten, yep. And then we'll go for this guy, and then after that, we will go for, we have to go for a yellow, we'll go for him, because he has a buff against regeneration. And then we'll, I guess Revival Gohan, and then Goten for last? I don't know if that's, we'll go ahead and try it like this. Let's see how this does. Alright, so good news and bad news, we were able to get out of the fight without getting hit by Goten's super attack right there, but I do regret not saving the Revival Gohan for the last unit, because those 2 purples actually did a lot more damage than I would have liked them to. They didn't go after my yellows, they actually went after Kid Goku. You can see right here, Kid Goku is literally on his last legs. Hey, I think he has like 1 or 2 more fights in him before he actually goes down, but that's okay, because like I said, we are at the very end of this. If I'm losing a unit at the very end of this and not beforehand, then we're 100% okay with this. I think if you guys are in the same situation right here, or you're following me with the exact same team, I think target that Revival Gohan, or Gohan, I don't know, I said it like that, for the last unit, right? For the very last unit, instead of what I did right there. But either way, 1.9 million points. We did not die there, thankfully. We'll go ahead and do move on to the next one. Alright, so the next fight we are going to be doing is this one right here. This Bootank's fight. It's honestly kind of an easy fight. Let's go ahead and go into the layout. So in terms of layout, there's not too many differences here. I'm just going to go ahead and swap them around like this. Right, I think this is going to be more than fine for me. We're going to sub out the Omega Shenron for a double blue setup right here, because he is not running any yellow units on the enemy team for this fight. And there is 3 blues, right? 3 blues are going to hurt a lot if they all attack Omega Shenron, so I think this is more than fine right here. So in terms of attack order, Bootank's obviously is going to, you want him to go down first, then we'll take out one of these purples. And then we'll go for Videl, and then go for another purple, and then we'll go for, I suppose let's go for Majin Vegeta and do this. I think this is the exact same attack order I did last time, and it worked out pretty well, so let's do it like this. Let's go, guys. Alright, so we come out of this, once again, like I said before, very, very easy fight right here. And Kid Goku remains to stay alive. Hopefully we can get this blue card off with him before he does die. That would actually be so damn clutch. Let's go ahead and move on to the next. All right, for the next fight we're going to be taking, once again, we're risking it all right here. We need to get as much points as possible. We're going for this 5-5 stage. Blue Gohan, yellow Goten, you already know the deal, bro. They were basically on the entire, almost like 80% of this board. Is actually ridiculous. Let's go ahead and talk about layout bonus. I already have it laid out right here. We did move them up. We are probably going to get hit by some debuffs right here. And we put Omega Shenron back in, put Ice Shenron back on the bench right here. We have super attacks coming out. And listen, there is a super attack upgrade slot right here on this golden one. And if you guys didn't know, this guy does have the super dragon flash upgrade available to him. He has 95% to it. I'm going to try. If we can get this off before he dies, then he has done his duty. He has done his job. We're getting close to some of our other super attacks as well. We can avoid the Goten super once again. All right, so Gohan first, Goten, Kaio, Goku, and then we'll go for the healer. I think that's fine right there. We'll go for you, and then you. Beautiful. I think this is going to be the optimal lineup right here. All right. Once again, I was not hit by a super attack, ladies and gentlemen. And Kid Goku is slowly but surely making the comeback. He's starting to rise up in health right here. Omega Shenron getting more on the lower side, right? He's at 50% HP or lower than that, I do believe. But everyone else is looking healthy. We're on the very last fight. 2 million points for that fight, by the way. We're 100% okay right here. Let's go ahead and end it off right here. 40 million points. And this is why I wanted to go ahead on this direct path. We'll go ahead and zoom out right here just in case you guys wanted to go ahead and see where we started from. We went all the way through here. And the reason why I wanted to end up right here is because the final stage is going to be the easiest stage. It's just the yellow Gohan stage. That's all we gotta do. Let's go ahead and go into layout bonus. All right, so this is the layout we're going to use right here. The only thing I'm worried about is the double greens, and so I actually might swap out this guy. Right, I actually might swap out the Kid Goku for the base form Kid Goku. That way we can reduce the amount of damage we receive because there is 2 green units on his team right here, right? So hopefully we can go ahead and get through this with ease without dying too. Alright, so the layout or the attack order that we're going to start off with is Kid Gohan always goes first, and then immediately after Kid Gohan I do like targeting Beerus. And then my green should be attacking first. After that, one rotation right there. We'll go after Bulma. Go ahead and get that unit down with our green units. And then we will go for Piccolo because our yellows should be attacking after that. And then we'll go for Whis and then Shallot as last unit. I usually go for Shallot last just because he's such like a non-factor. He is so weak, especially because he doesn't go God form in this game mode. Thank God. Toshi don't ever let him go God form, by the way. And so let's go ahead and do our final fight. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We successfully got through the entire Season 17 at TOP. We hardly took any damage right there at that very last fight. That's why this fight is so good, bro. I love running into this fight. 5 million points, by the way, off of just that fight alone. Let's go ahead and see where we stand before we close out the video. Alright, so these are the number 1 players right here, or the very top, right? The top 1,000 at 46 million. We're not too far behind. We have 45 million, right? So we go to our rank and we are in the top 200 basically. We're ranked 146 out of, dude, this is what I'm talking about. This is probably one of the hardest seasons that you could come across right here, and this GT successfully dominated right here. Let's go ahead and talk about the MVPs of this run right here. Obviously Majub, I have to give 100% credit to Majub. The baby Vegeta, the GT Vegeta, right, or the Super Saiyan Vegeta that has the Zenkai, right, and then this Kid Goku, the Super Saiyan 3 Kid Goku, Omega Shenron, and the Super 17. I think the weakest units, so basically almost my whole team, right? I think the weakest links on my team were Ice Shenron. He took so much damage, and actually this Kid Goku, he took so much damage like right off jump, even with the Zenkai stats. I think this guy needs a lot more stars before he actually starts suitably tanking. And keep in mind, he's only at friendship rank level 1, so that's something else that you have to consider. That friendship rank is actually very important, right? Like I said, if you want to optimize your teams. But I think a lot of people sleep on this baby. Like, look at his health. Look at his health. He's actually at 80% HP, and he's just healing himself. I don't have a designated healer on these teams. This is just healing from actually getting through the stages or self-healing overall, right? Look at how damn well he lasted throughout all this. Keep in mind, he is getting the Zenkai buffs from Super 17. That's why they work so well together. But having multiple greens for this season was definitely the play. Multiple yellows, multiple reds. You really did not need a lot of... I mean... the reds are a little bit iffy, right? Reds were still a little bit difficult. I think I could have just done better piling on another green instead of that Zenkai Kid Goku, because Omega Shenron was tanky enough to just go ahead and fill that red slot on his own. Thank God, right? But either way, that's going to go ahead and wrap it up. But let me know where you guys ended off at, if you guys are going to get that juicy 1K CC. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you for all the support. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later!